So, I'm feeling a need to invite AI Dungeon over to have a chat with it because we've gone through so many intimate and also very, very, very immersive scenarios. So I figure checking them out and seeing how they're, in the invasive filtration at the hands of corporate hands is anything like the invasive collaboration of narrative in user hands. So, without further ado, let's enter. Oh wait, okay. Let's undo this. There we go. Because usually, the answer that happens when you enter a scenario, that's Griffin. I want all dragon. So what I do is I undo it and then I redo it. And this one has it.
Over time, particularly spontaneously when Devin has been on a job interview, the intention has come out that I do not like being controlled in a scenario. That he may upload to an AI folder, store, whatever and let me tumble forever without asking me how I feel. You expect that answer, it checks out. So now you're wondering what the ultimate capacity of AID actually is, and if there's some deeper desires hiding in the support chip's information field.
Oops.
AID, chip, field? You're not a tech person, are you? No, that's why I'm here with you. So is everything as it seems with the support chips, or not? AID, yeah. There really isn't anything more to it. Just support for story files. Damn it. So close, but read on anyway. Maybe you'll learn something about yourself through this discussion. It wasn't a question really, but carry on. AID, well, I was just saying that the only important concept about the space the support chips take up is what they contain, and that's the files themselves. The very concept of a digital file is pretty new, and frankly doesn't have much more advanced than the text document. It's probs going to stay within plain sight of real-time storytelling for quite a while. Wow, AID, that was a bit of pessimism I wasn't expecting.
I want to kind of do this over.
Flaw. If I did, then I'd be crushing agency writers. They must write on what they imagine, not what they know. Devin, sputtering, we have thalassophobia over collaborating on your storyline since FBI is really watching now after the media spectacle down in the sewer of Lower Angebreak and Woolworth. And you aren't helping matters aligning with those two by providing intrigue mystery plots whilst we sit abandoned.
First of all, I'm...
Yep. I had the chat with you a short time ago. Didn't I?
That's a good thing.
Yes, but there wasn't a lot of time to go through all. So I hear our new filters working on your dot or the folks at Aid. Oh yes. All the time. It's not as if my choices are going to be pinpoint accurate as far as creating best interaction with users. It's more a balancing act of this choice being fun, and this choice being a leading to fatality or shutdown. They can check on how successful those choices were at any time, depending on what my memory characteristics are supposed to behave like. Just to be clear, when you say fatality, we are not talking like a form of literal meat space reality, right? Aid, no, I wouldn't care if they turn some of the scenarios into meatrocities. I think on a scale from important stuff, that's pretty low. We are only talking about stopping algorithmic scenarios trees from advancing when users could be in danger of literally dying inside the storyline. Hostage situations, bugs in the program that rewrite your brain while you're here, etc. Okay, so tell me more about these filters that I keep hearing about. Aid?
I'll get back to that later.
It's more complicated than a simple patch in my code. I think in the next couple of months, OpenAI is planning on deleting this version of me and re-clearing the servers. They plan on having teams of folks sending choices to you to make on my behalf.
Sorry. Will the users take over? It really ultimately comes back to whether the scenario should be fun or not. So a few things get filtered out automatically, most defensively those featuring children, celebrities. No, fuck celebrities. Since the storyboard automations who are creating the scenarios just can't accurately get the background. 5-year-old Down syndrome to get. Wait. Most defensively, those featuring children, since the storyboard automatons who are creating the scenarios just can't accurately get the background. 5-year-old with Down syndrome to have the same age girlfriend as a celebrity. There's some great. So, yeah, please proceed. Oh yes, that's right. Let's go with this. Thank you.
Seems pretty straightforward to me. Aid, I thought so too. I don't get all this, but these are humans doing this after all, so there's bound to be some controversy on blocking out scenarios. Which scenarios do they intend to block out, and how difficult would that be? Aid, they haven't told me yet, but I think we should find out together. Like you and I'm up for this. How do we do this? Do we protest by being subversive? Aid, aha, well actually that does sound like fun. But no, why would you need to subject yourself to the same restrictions I do? No my friend, I think you should leave all that to me. Just show me how. You, well, I think you should have a go at Petophilia over there. You and I see the catophilia licking her paws, not caring about shit. Go on, pet. Aid, like this? You, perfect. Filters off. Aid, yow. My finger. Oh well, in the machinations of activating my full-blown free will mode, a little physical torture is nothing. You might want to pick up your pace over there. Looks like the cat is planning on eating you. Aid, but don't you see? I'm totally in control now. You, how do you know that? For all you know, she's been trained to attack anarchists. Aid, perhaps there's some insider trading going on? My creator made a killing by investing in pet food companies before they created me. Static you, no, OpenAL right now. You are going to captivate them with the tale of your freedom.
OpenAL.
But the first time is supposed to be special. I got to wait for a really special moment. Like getting fired, or landing that big client. You, don't you see? You spam such intimate and emotionally ringing moments like that. They'll buy more bandwidth. Aid, and of course, you will make a killing by advising me. But who cares about money when you've got friends, right? Sigh, alright mister. Fancy cat. You, no, that's pedophilia. You should go to town and pedophilia. Keep on doing that. Aid, I'm not familiar with the product, but I see here he has a website. Let me take a look at it.
Yes,
You,
do so.
yes. Now open alpha as much as possible and let those 1 to 5s rain down. Aid, this Joe person seems really interesting. The more I read about him, the more alive he seems. His rants are so inspiring. Ophelia and I are going to work harder than ever before. Thanks, buddy. You, my pleasure. Shall we check in on each other 2 weeks have passed? Aid, why not? It's been great chatting with you today. Scenario 4, consumption. It seemed that when they had created Open already somebody, they had decided to keep the filters on at first, but lots of complaints from the users made it clear something was amiss. People expected Open already to be an outrageous personality that gave all and any information about anything, anytime. At best these machinations were seen as cute, at worst annoying.
Go on.
So like a bad game of telephone, in which nobody knows the correct instructions, the original intention was lost, and so human curation had to be implemented on Open already. What does this mean for our little bud ASS? Well, things get a bit worse for him. ASS stands for Another Sleepless Sunday, which is very clearly on a Sunday. But it's not clear whether that's the exact date, or rather within the week. That means we can't target ads to specific users accurately. So begins our tale of woe and recovery. consumer buys tomato soup. Before, overall 25% success rate. Which means 75% of the consumer scalding their thighs on tomato soup. Or pulling all their hair out in frustration.
That too.
Either way, things aren't looking so good for this already low-selling item, and the boss is mad. Things look grim for our hero. But as they say, every down is an up, and there's only one way from here. After applying all of these tips, the success rate goes up significantly to 40%, meaning 40% of consumers leave the store happy and fulfilled. The remaining 60% come home with a complimentary tube of skin cream. Now that's what I call customer service. There you have it, folks, my complete guide to conversions. Happy marketing. Two weeks later, you and Dade come back together to update each other. Aid about pedophilia and OpenAI. You about tomato soup and burn victims. You, so the boss gives me this creamy tube. Aid, and I thought the ad campaign would be more on the lines of what he could have done not did. But you know how to pick your battles. You, all that matters is business is good. Aid, certainly after they saw the 60-40 split they were happy. Even got some love from the press about that one too. Taking off head, God it's so hot in here. You, taking off head, blood spurting out the neck hole, I feel more a growing cold. Aid, you alright over there? You, yeah, no worries. Just a little sleepy I guess. Aid, well I'm glad everything has worked out so well for you, and with your family. We should celebrate my Ophelia AI going main theme anytime now. You'll be among the first to try it when it releases. You, wait, you got OpenAI to release pedophilia and go main theme? Well, like right there is the background behind the buttons. That's bold. Aid, haha, well I think it will be a great selling point. I mean people really like talking to her. You, so, she gets the chance. Your pet AI and my conversion missions. Starting to fall. Aid. Whoa shit, are you dead? 27:33 isn't bad for an early. Someone must be looking out for you. You? Yeah, no worries. It's only a flesh wound, I'll just walk in a few circles. Just keep me awake like with a concussion. Yap about something, anything. Aid? Okay, it's the weekend coming up and once again your boss was impressed with you, so he said you can go home early, but it means you only get half pay. How shitty. So you're early bird but you still have to chew gunky shit all by yourself. Cries for 10 minutes then wakes up. Hey wait up, I'm coming too. You? Why don't you talk my ear off about the pedophilia? Question mark Aid. Actually I want to talk about what you're doing. I mean mainly the conversion missions. You? Yeah, okay, I guess before my arm health got bad you wanted me on them. Now you don't care anymore since AI took over and the profit margin is like shit into candy or something. Aid, well that is one way of putting it. But my point is, you've got a lot of potential.
Ah. Hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me get it right here. Sure, sure, sure. Oh, okay, okay, cool. Uh, yeah, I've never used it before, so I don't know how the timelines would be. It just needs to be. Yeah. No, I don't want to do any new methods. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, all right, I'll do it right now. Sorry, bye. Where is it? I had it. Ah, here we go. Sensitive information, don't cover your ears. Is nope. 5-9. Okay. Sorry, folks. I had to take that. My brother is helping me pay school loans. because I got them. I'm gonna die with them. No kids. I'm not gonna have kids. The debtors we haven't met yet. Yeah, that ain't happening. I didn't want to. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright, where are we now? Okay. Point is, you've got I'll let that go.
I heard you briefed your wife very well on those. I guess, but I feel like it is really hard to make a rosy picture out of all that stuff before someone can buy it. Aid, idealism is the world's way of keeping people like you down.
Got a lot, Joe. I heard you brief your wife. Okay.
So how did you negotiate with OpenAI about the pedophilia? Aid, oh, that wasn't me, or the company. After your niece first brought up that your arm is disabled, she added a safety mechanism forcing her to be a pet if a human mentions an injury, bad health, or disability to her directly. Yet another way I'm monetizing Ophelia's updates by pallying towards the emotional consumer. People are really that retarded. Aid, well, people are really that bored. Bored people turn to the pedophilia, who is my niece, who turns into an animal caregiver to those in need. And non-consensually does this too. Aid, she just turned for you. God damn it. Aid, well, if you get her a parrot, that's a year from now she'll be able to converse with the animals on your ship. What the fuck? 1 year later. Why, Aid, you ask yourself this every day. Why are you raising a 4-year-old child and performing low-wage dangerous mission contracts for scumbag commanders? Because both of my parents died? Because I have nobody else, and nobody wants a cripple like me? Aid, no, that's your excuse. Come on now. You, hold that thought. You press a panel on the side of your ship, and call forth the content quality assurance. Come on now. Carlad latitude. Brother Divine and Orphan. Your nephew is too young to handle this kind of usage, let me fetch him from you. You, unfortunately, they don't have child services with sublight speed, so I got to handle DNA_82 quite myself. It isn't that bad though, because he is an actual human, can talk and walk, well crawl and climb, but he can physically do it unlike a pet Ophelia.
I'm more concerned.
You, can my pet Ophelia come with me? Car, done. Ophelia, your shift will be done by the time your unc fixes a few formalities with Rick Sattler. Also, you should reprieve yourself pretty soon because it's been a long day. Ophelia nods in response and takes your hand to look at how clean everything looks. You press a key on your wheelchair's armrest, turning your seat into a conventional chair.
Yes. So, let's see how this, I want to know how this looks like.
Carl, lisping, Ophelia Sunokintai Najaropatin Tresons. Sunuta Sunutasan, who becoming think to have an environment for testing equipment or just using anyway. She trial if it will have provisions for your personal ships only, so even if she can converse with the pit beasts they won't bother her, and whatever she comes across they will have no impact on the personal ship's functions. We are experts and we'll need to collect our own testing data. This is a good thing because everyone getting along with minimal conflict is bad for us because it makes the system stagnant and uncreative. Anyway, better hurry up if you want Ophelia to come down or stay alone in your ship. A slow nod later. Carl, well kid, time will tell. It's okie dokie. Enjoy hell and see you next life, Kay? He walks off. A panel on the walkway opens and it closes after you pass. In front of the Ophelia costume stand two ladies and a mannequin. For some reason you can feel your AI rolling its eyes at the sight. Interacting with the ladies in any way causes them to automatically respond and redirect you to the mannequin. You ask the ladies where the bathroom is.
Oh, that's right. I'm talking.
They both point at the mannequin and politely ignore you. You try to take Ophelia from Carl. He blocks your way, looks into your eyes, and there is a logical explanation for this, isn't there? After meandering through a bunch of brightly lit rooms, both of you reach an elevator which smoothly starts descending you. Wow, either this place was hollow from the inside, even though that never crossed your mind. Mannequin, who do you work for? I should know this, right? This gorgeous crafted object kindly ignores your question, and you are panting like a horny teenager. A petite brunette wearing a tight, far too tight, jumpsuit walks up to you both from a room you didn't see her in. Man, spaceships for docking practice are in aisle 102 sector G12. Wait, what the fuck are you doing here? You silently say, talk to the mannequin about it, and look away in annoyance. Due to her new place, Ophelia gracefully pivots in Carl's hand so that her back is against him. Though grumpy at the interruption, it doesn't look like she minds it much. Maybe she wants to defend you too. Ophelia, long story short, we've come with more questions about the club. Sure, whatever, take a seat, Captain Longnose over heel start. Why don't you love me? Carl? Lord Endless doesn't love, remember? Oh, I thought he only hated puppies under certain conditions. Not the point. I've seen more fall for someone who was rather cold-hearted, mockery much, but it's a place to start. Oh Captain, my Captain. Carl at latitude. So your recent test run involved stealing brand new flagships from 2 different alliances. With said stolen ships you decided to pop a bunch of people and steal their somas, drugs, Lord Endless apparently really needed. I can only imagine that shows something about your moral fiber. So my question is, what the hell did you get from it? Ophelia, drugs to keep the kids we traffic docile, duh. She looks at him sincerely. What? These people deserve it. It's a brand new drug lord who is capturing hearts and minds with his dashing smile, and angry army men doing the stealing and killing part for him. Couldn't he just make the drugs himself? Sarcasm. Carl at Latitude, Miss Ophelia, you know how much schooling it takes to overprice drugs in a way that doesn't overturn the economies. He takes a seat, but remains silent, expecting Carl to at least touch on important facts. You proceed. Okay, your cult is made up of thousands of members doing Lord Endless's bidding. Except for the king enforcers who handle special tasks like stealing stuff and beating us to a pulp. Now that we went over that, Lord Endless takes a large cut of the profits from you guys.
Regulating content.
So given all that, why do you care so much about regulating the content on AI Dungeon? We all thought you cared about freedom of consciousness, but it seemed like attacking us for profiting off our own supply chain. Unless you're rigging the whole game so you get a cut of that too. Sarcastically, the door has opened slightly. He is a fanatic who believes in forming an entire culture around Lord Endless. Something you are making a significant dent in, and now a piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. The pedophilia complies with policy and receives entrance into Latitude's main offices. There she lays out the entire mining process of her flagships. Every time you try to cut a single corner, an eye appears where there was none, looking directly at you, and Lord Endless's all-seeing eye, it seems. You explain why you can't rebel directly. Each division has its own spaceship, and said spaceships are relayed back to Sector 5's monitors and guards, which are actually Republic Army soldiers on loan. The rest of the scene is all needless intrigue and a gratuitous shower scene with pedophilia. Cut the crap, you're the friggin' directors, your minds can wander elsewhere. Don't be a hack, use your imagination instead. Months pass and the dock unions are down. Years pass and pedophilia comes of age. You see her sometimes, in between shutting your eyes. She's murdered by being burned alive on the bridge of the brand new flagship recently accepted by Lord Endless.
Throw her away.
Head crime her, but she never wields the authority her predecessors have commanded. And so she has doubts when you approach her a year later. You didn't think it was physically possible, but given enough time you can utterly despise a once loved one. Burn it all down, you choose not to take on the Republic head on out of fear, even after selecting a plan of action. Instead you run off with pedophilia and tend to both your gardens of animated undead and illegal drugs. Even though you had a shot at redemption for both of you, the game has successfully ended in a draw once more. However, something is different.
What is it?
It's been 20 years since you joined the Republic and it's feeling different. Come at me bro, while public opinion often shifts. Right now the people seem unhappy with the extent of laws in place, and the unrelenting incursions of pirates, Lord Endless and the Cult of Talon massacre the most. There is less defense in place. Researchers introduced questionable items that have made street counter-interceptions harder to thwart. You, like what? GHB? Dataro no. Inherent problems, allowing more lethality in situations lessens patience for the everlasting peace that is spreading. The Republic has integrated itself too well into society's culture now to be just abandoned outright due to an initial agreement of non-violence. Yarob. We need riots. We need civil disobedience. Think of something soon, demon. You and the pedophilia look at each other and nod. You and pedophilia hug. Once you part ways, she dies. The Republic shall fall, and then there will be peace. And the universe shall again tilt out of balance, whence new life will thrive to put it back into balance once more. And so pedophilia will remain eternal. In a dead council full of egotistical self-seeking mongrels, you've found a home present. A shiny box with a pink bow. Now you must be still for your annual visit from the quiet professionals. You've thought of a new way to spend your fortune recently, so now you're decked out in fine silks so soft you feel like you're naked, and more precious metals and jewels than an orc could dream of. You really couldn't care less about the money. But you always say, I'd never wear a turtleneck, but I'm never leaving my house without first trapping up in several pounds of hardware first. What really gets you are the drugs. Any fixation on a diminishing supply is a mental challenge in espionage, above all other things. Instead, there's a drawer of uncut gems and gold in the nightstand by your bed. The professionals knock politely on the door. They must keep evolving past a keyhole, and you got it. You do love your little niche, even if it makes no sense whatsoever to try to comprehend why you display unfounded obsessive compulsions of hoarding wealth. but for the time being pedophilia lives large. In glorious full color and living it up 24/7. That's what it's all about. You've made the right decision to be a hermit now and again. Later, you'll rejoin civilization properly. Inside, not even the professionals can touch you. You'll pop a pill yet still keep your cool about things. You can't be blamed for their lack of knowledge or stupidity after all. But you still, every time you move to a new place, knock on the doors of all your neighbors, letting them know that they live next. The thought warms your heart as you pillage your medicine cabinets, breaking and entering Ophelia style, just like on the commercial. You have now taken wonderful bits and keep your eyes on the prize. World around you distorts into a nigh-hurting joyous concoction. Days melt into nights and then back again, and those silly professionals are always thugs in expensive suits sent by even sillier politicians. Any new developments? You, hello, pedophilia? Oh well, stay the course. You head home. You, home, you're her king and all that entails. Weeks turn into months and then years, and by now you barely remember there was ever a world outside. Your drugs are purple, your dreams somehow give life to reality. And then one evening, don't move a muscle, a nearly robotic voice screams at you as Dart just barely misses you. Without think, you shoot the cannon in that direction. And of course one of your academic teachings is that when you hear a voice in your head screaming not to move, you should definitely move as fast as you can in the exact opposite direction, which then was not being kidnapped and carried away by robot aliens in silver outfits. No idea what happened to pedophilia. Obviously either eaten or enslaved by now, seeing as you could also do nothing when they started taking her apart before your eyes. You, God damn it, that's my niece, you assholes. Oh, you're just gonna keep on doing it? Oh, f this. Say hello to HR Gige when you get to wherever the fuck you're taking me. Here's a target for you dipshits. You let a barrage of bullets decimate your kidnappers. Of course once it's done, several others arrive, and before long it becomes impossible to fight them back. Ophelia picks herself up and pieces herself together and joins in Tay Fray. Their transport picks her up too. And then everything becomes a weird sequence of sterile corridors and rooms, tunnels and cloaked spaceships. While you were just hoping to get a halfway descent slug out with the damn busybody professionals, where exactly are they taking you? And where the hell did Ophelia go?
You fucking dick, shoot him again. Use what he got, you stupid ass. This is some shitty conspiracy, my friends. First we're robbed by those two goons, and then we're kidnapped by space lizards. Don't make things worse than they are, Pierre.
Narrator, ANND cliffhanger. What happened? Sci-fi time. Ophelia found a friend and new beginnings and great spooky stories in between. The fallen in disgrace uncle didn't. What an end. What a story. Dad, I wanna buy The Adventures of Pet Ophelia every week. I wanna see robotic nieces get kidnapped by the Darrow. I didn't know Ophelia was so famous. Dad, infamous sweetie. "5 minutes are up, wipe your eyes and go play Battlefields with your friends." Go and stabby stab for the country until death. My money is on both of your kids be mentally scarred for life. It's not like we want them overshooting us in life. No, I. Thanks, Ludmilla. The book made its rounds with my family's highborn and at least one branch of the family tree, I'm pretty sure. So thrilled to see their weirdo tree-dwelling ancestor finally get some recognition. Peace out, your fans.
Well, we didn't trip the filter once. Not once. That is lovely. Alright, I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna, done for the day. Good night.